Good morning. Happy Friday. I am going to refresh the page over here. Without my glasses, I can't see anything. I'm going to refresh the page over here so that I can see when you guys comment, because as you may know or may not know, Facebook does not always show me everything. Yeah, so I might see some things on my phone, which is what I'm videoing from, and then they'll show me other things with your chats on my computer. So let's get that stuff started. So the purpose of doing things, hey Amy, I'm so glad you joined. So the purpose of doing these things is to be social, and Amy is awesome about that. So yeah, I'm so glad you're on. I'm not loving the reflection on my glasses from the natural daylight, so I might be putting it on and off if I can't read. But the purpose is to be social. So like Amy, when you jump on and say, hey, let us know you're here. Ask me questions, tell me what you're doing, and let's just chat. You know, I got my coffee. So this is my coffee mug for the day. It was a gift from a past employer. So it's all about coffee talk. So tell me, Amy, how's your day going? Are you working? I'm sure you are working. I know you've been crazy busy. So Amy just got started on the skincare with Synogen. So I'm super excited about that. She actually happens to be a neighbor of mine also. And she makes amazing soaps. I have it over there. I'd show it, but I have to leave the camera and do that. Anyways, you're working with... Well, I appreciate you taking a break. So I switched the time from 9:30 to 10 o'clock, hoping it'd be a little bit better for people. Also, I do trainings every morning at 9 o'clock now that we're in isolation, and I am loving my trainings. The owner of Synogen jumps on every day at 9 o'clock and does a training with one of the distributors in the company, and so it's a great way to start my morning. Your coffee is done. Good for you. So my May challenge is to have an entire thing of one of these of water before I get to my cup of coffee. And my other thing is that I only get 1 cup of coffee a day, but I've put 2 extra cups of coffee a week in case I need it. So this is my 2nd cup of coffee because, you know, I had to have my first one waking up and getting ready, and then it's coffee talk. So I had to have coffee with you all. But yes, hydration is key. And oh, by the way, you like my sign? Is it correct way for you guys? It says life happens, coffee helps. That is my philosophy. So I think Christina's on. Hey Christina, say hi. But Amy's point is really well taken. So hydration, that's one of the tips. So I was saying last week nobody jumped on. I was all by myself, and the whole point is talking to you guys. So I thought in between the silence of questions and talking, I would give you guys tips. But so since Amy mentioned that, coffee is a diuretic. So the more water you drink, the better off. For every cup of coffee that you have, you should be drinking another cup of water. I'm trying to find, I saw that you made a comment, Miss Amy, and I see Christina's on, hey, it's backwards for you? Shoot, I thought I made it so it wouldn't be backwards. All right, well, let me see the comments. Oh, did you see a bunch of wildlife today? Oh, a bobcat. I have not seen a bobcat in our neighborhood yet. I'm so upset. Stacy did the other day, but I didn't. A lot of our neighbors have them. I actually heard that we have bobcat cubs, which is super cute. And a roadrunner. Yeah, the roadrunners are seeing a little bit more in the neighborhood. My guy loves the roadrunners because we don't see them very often. We see tons of cottontails and tons of quail and all that kind of stuff. We had a flock of lovebirds this last weekend. I'm trying to see it's there. What's there? Richard just said we were supposed to drink, yeah, half our weight in body in water. Yeah, so there's a lot of conversation about what is the water intake and what is not. So that is a really good point, and that's really important. So our body is mostly made up of water. And if you feel thirsty, you're not drinking enough water. And most of us are doing the coffee and doing the sodas and all those kind of things, and they actually make it worse. So every time you have a cup of coffee, you need to have more water. And on that note too, if you're not drinking enough water, your body can't function correctly, and therefore you get what I call brain fog. And I think that that's part of why I'm feeling a lot more motivated this month. So my goal for myself was to be very scheduled, get out of bed at a certain time. I'm trying to integrate in exercising, not being very good about it, but I'm working on it. One thing at a time. So I've got the coffee going on and I've got the water going on. Let's see, you're saying, oh, what color am I wearing on my lips? No, I did not mention it yet. It's Star Garnet. And Star Garnet is my new favorite. It's a brand new limited edition. And y'all know I'm about the reds, right? So Fly Girl was kind of my go-to. And then Black Cherry was kind of my go-to. But Star Garnet is fantastic. And for those you don't know, it doesn't smear. It doesn't come off. It doesn't rub on your face. And if you noticed, my coffee cup has no lipstick on it. How crazy is that? So that is Lip Sense out of the Synogens line that I do represent. So should you need to know about it, there you go. Thanks for the plug, Chrisetta. Let's see. Yeah, so that's what I'm wearing on the lips, and there it is there too. So you can see. Okay, so the shadow I didn't let dry because I put it on right before the before we did the show. But if you notice, the Lip Sense doesn't smear. Now, the shadows wouldn't smear either if I hadn't put them on right before I jumped on and put them on so that you could see them. All right, anyways, but you can see that the lips are not smearing or coming off. So yeah, that's Star Garnet. I love it. Anyways, so water, yeah, you totally need to be drinking lots of water, and your face is going to show it if you don't have the water. When you're dehydrated, here's a little tip. So if you feel like you're dehydrated, you can do this, and you're going to get kind of crisscross lines, kind of like crepe paper. Yay, crepe paper face. That means you're not drinking enough water. So something to know about. Yeah, it has the blue undertones, and it also, yeah, makes your teeth look whiter, which I need because I'm staining them with coffee. Can you notice it all is about the coffee? So that's another tip. If you want white teeth, there's certain lipstick colors that will help. Don't be drinking the coffee. Don't be doing the anything that's a darker color, like tomato sauce, and all those things will stain your teeth. Now, if you're not doing the teeth whitening stuff, some of the natural things you can do for teeth whitening is you can actually do, I haven't done strawberries, but they say you can do strawberries. I actually use a hydrogen peroxide water diluted. My dentist said that this is actually really good for you. So do not ever do straight hydrogen peroxide, but if you dilute it with water, swish it around your mouth, don't swallow, swish it around your mouth for however long you want, spit it out, take baking soda on your brush. I usually do it after I brush my teeth, hydrogen water, swish it around, then baking soda on your toothbrush and brush your teeth. So you're gonna whiten your teeth that way. So I have to kind of try to get the coffee stain off my teeth that way. Do you guys have any other tips about brightening the teeth? Because yeah, I'm not gonna stop the coffee. No, I have to say I've limited the coffee, so I'm happy about that. What else are you guys, doing? I mean, so, we're all in isolation. That's just part of the reason I decided that I wanted to do these lives so that we could be social. So tell me, what kind of things are you guys doing? Are you giving yourselves any new challenges? Are you learning any new skills? What are you doing? So it's been really fun. Yeah, the hydrogen peroxide first, and then the baking soda. So the baking soda, you want to not do it for a really long time because that may not be good. But my dentist did say that hydrogen peroxide and water mixed swishes is actually better than mouthwash. And my dental hygienist said this is what she does as well. So yay, from experts. I've always just kind of done it, and I wasn't really entirely sure that long term it was a problem. And they're like, nope, it's actually good for you. So definitely do that. Baking soda is like a scrub, kind of like I've been talking about in the Plaza Studio Health and Beauty group. Scrubs are really important for your skin and your face so that you have the best face forward and all your products work better. But baking soda is getting all that stain and grime off of your teeth. So good tip. Are you guys, I've been kind of trying to catch up with everyone, like calling, emailing, private messaging, just to say hey and see what's going on. And it's been really fun to hear what y'all are doing. I talked to Jen the other day, and she was telling me that she is taking all the old photos and scanning them, and they're like her grandmother's photos, which I think is so awesome. I did that when I first moved to Arizona in 2000 and went through and did the scanning and then uploaded it to one of those albums. Headstand bench, feet up. Ooh, yeah, that's actually really good, Amy. So the upside down gets the blood flowing in another direction. I've heard some really good studies on that, so you'll have to tell me how that works for you. We have an inversion table, and I've heard back and forth with the inversion table, so it's always good to kind of start at a slow progression and angle down, because when I was like flipping before I knew better, I'd get a head rush, and I'm like, oh, that's not good. But I have heard that the upside down is really good for your body. Back to reading a lot. Oh yeah, Brene Brown is awesome. She is fantastic. I've watched a lot of her videos. So reading is a guilty pleasure of mine. I love reading. I really, really love reading. But I'm kind of an addictive personality. Hate to say it. So when I start reading, that's all I do. And nothing else gets done. Like nothing else gets done. It's all about the book. So my guilty pleasure is reading fiction. I have a lot of nonfiction. I am always learning and educating, but it's typically nonfiction books, and then that way I can reference back to it and not lose the story, but I also have no memory. So fiction, when I start it and it like gets me when it's a really good book, then I can't put it down until it's done. Now I'm a fast reader, but you know, sometimes it'll take a day or two and nothing gets done. But yeah, reading is such an awesome pastime. And I think that, you know, I was thinking about with the isolation and you know, I'm very blessed that we live on the preserve and we're able to be outdoors in our backyard a lot. And, you know, we are homebodies, so we've always spent our money on improving the house and things that we like to do here. We don't travel a lot. We're not extravagant with our expenses of what we do, but my guy is a big cook. So we've been eating a lot, which is hence the extra 50 pounds. So my guy's newest thing is bread. Yeah, guys, he's done a starter, which is named Moxie, and he's been doing bread. My eyes are totally watering, so I'm sorry, but this is a good example of that the eyeliner doesn't run because my eye is watering. Allergies. So he's been doing Moxie, which is a sourdough starter, and we've been doing lots of sourdough. So he did regular sourdough first, then he did a rosemary garlic, which is fantastic, and then he did a cheddar jalapeno garlic yesterday, and that was fantastic. And I love Kalamata olives, and so he was not a fan of an olive bread, but we did that, or he did that for me, and it was really, really good. So there's that. Tell me what else. Okay, so we got reading, awesome pastime. We've got exercise and doing new practices of upside down, fantastic. Like I told you, the gal that I was talking to the other day is scanning things. Yum, I know, it was so good. This isolation and a boyfriend who knows how to cook. Yeah. So his latest thing is he was talking about getting a wood stove oven for outdoors for pizza cooking. So those of you who don't know us, he has the Kamado Joe, large, medium, and small. Yeah, excessive, my boyfriend. And he is cooking like crazy. He mostly does smoking. Yeah, a lot of people are doing breads because he couldn't find sourdough, which he likes in the stores, and he does all this grocery shopping. I'm so spoiled, people. I got myself a good one because he does all the grocery shopping. He does the majority of the cooking. I mean, I might do a Sunday breakfast here and there, and I might do lunch from time to time, but for the most part, he does all the cooking. Yay me. But yeah, we've kind of gone back to the basics. I mean, like I said, we're very much homebodies, and we always kind of, you know, done the gardening and enjoy doing our own food, and he enjoys food, so he does a lot of cooking. But it's really nice to see people going back to the basics and to be learning new skills and to, you know, learn to be okay with themselves. I think that that's something that I've always enjoyed my personal time. And I know a lot of people, there was a study that said that people would rather be shocked, like literally shocked, than to be alone in a room by themselves. Like, that's insane. You're trying to skincare while into Rockdown, yeah. Richard's back into grilling. Ooh, bratwurst. Ooh, that's good. I might have to suggest it to Stacy. We used to do that a little bit, but he's kind of gotten away from that now that he's onto the bread. His last venture, teriyaki chicken. That's what we did last night. His newest thing is doing teriyaki chicken, and I convinced him to do the pineapple and the onions, and then now we're going to do the cherry tomatoes from the garden next time, and that's really good. He was not a big fan of rice, and now he's totally onto rice, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, it's nice to find, I don't like that reflection. It's nice to find new skills, and I'm glad that people are doing that. I mean, it's been an unfortunate situation with the isolation and the economy and all that kind of stuff. I guess it really depends on what you're doing, though, because I gotta tell you guys, my business is on fire, which I'm very grateful for all the support from my clients and everything. But you got a great product. Oh, yeah, they are amazing. Ooh, yum, that sounds good. Okay, I'm gonna have to suggest that to Stacy. So I found out about Van Heusen because I was doing I'm all about small business and referrals and cross marketing and all of that stuff. It's really important to support small business, especially now. And so I had started a Arizona small business network and referraling group, which I was hoping would be like people promoting each other's business. Unfortunately, it's kind of ended up being a billboard for my own business, which I'm not all about that, or not my business, but everyone's posting about their own business versus other people's business. But so that was not what I intended it to be. But the nice thing about that is somebody did initially talk about another business. It was Van Heusen's, I'm not even sure how to pronounce it, but saying it was an amazing butcher shop, and it was right around Thanksgiving, and so Stacy went down there and got some fantastic stuff. But yeah, that's another thing. If you guys have any recommendations of small businesses that you like to support, that you think should get a shout out, please do it. Because even though there's not a huge amount of people on the lives, I do notice that people are doing the replays and they're private messaging me. So I want this to be interesting for the replay as well. But the point of doing live is for us to socialize back and forth. So that's why I'm doing a live versus a video. So I appreciate you guys being here and talking to me. Yeah, his bread is like picture perfect, gorgeous, which is why I'm posting it. It's like, people always get on people's cases about posting pictures of your food, but I mean, his bread is a work of art. And that is why, all right, so those of you who don't know a lot about me, both my guy and I, his name is Stacy, we've never been married, don't have kids. We both have original parents that are still together, kind of unusual in this world. And we met each other at 40. Is that right? Yeah, at 40, we met each other. And he likes to say it was like match on gasoline. It's like we knew. We met each other. Circumstances that made it so that we were friends for a week. And then we just realized that we were meant to be together. So we were like, okay, let's just do this. And it's been fun. So, hey, Chris, how you doing? So anyways, it's been a journey. We've been together almost 8 years now, and fantastic, great match. We're totally yin and yang, which works really well and is very entertaining. Oh, anyways, where did we get onto that subject for? I don't remember. That's the thing about the memory. But so yeah, life is good, and we're just plugging away, and we're eating lots, and we're gaining happy weight. I know. Thank you for the love story. It's, we actually met on OkCupid, crazy enough. And yeah, I love the description of match to gasoline, because that's pretty much what it was. Yeah, thanks, Chris. And so that's kind of that story. Like I said, I got sidetracked with that, and I can't remember why I went there in the first place. I wish I could rewind and go back. But the whole point is just kind of getting to know you all, and you guys getting to know me, and the lives being interactive, and finding out about what you guys are doing and what kind of questions you got for me. And I'm doing a lot of YouTube videos, so the non-interactive stuff, you can go onto the Plaza Studio YouTube or and check out what's going on. There's stories about my your wife and you are that way. That's awesome. Yeah, I know. It's so nice when you find that person. And I met a lot of wonderful people before, and Oh, thank you, Amy, for the reminder. I'll get back to that now that you've reminded me. So, when we met, we knew, and we met lots of great, wonderful people before, but it's kind of one of those things that was always hard. And when we met, it was easy. Everything was easy. And that was kind of my, oh, this is what it's supposed to be like. So getting back to the bread story of why. So when we first met, we met on OkCupid, and I really wasn't being active on OkCupid at the time. I was jumping on a wild hair one night just to see who had looked at my profile, and he had looked at my profile and he hadn't messaged me. And hindsight, it kind of makes me laugh because I must have been being really conceited. So I messaged him and I'm like, so I saw you looked at my profile, but why didn't you message me? Was it because I have a cat? Because he had said on his profile he didn't like cats. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, a lot of matches. Food equals, food equals love. I agree, totally. So I was being conceited, I guess, and I asked him, so why didn't you message me? Because I have a cat, because he said he didn't like cats. And he just said he was taking a Zen approach to life. He was taking Zen meditation, and he was just putting himself out there and seeing what came to him. And that just totally appealed to me. And so I was like, wow, that's kind of unique. And his profile was him a week before hiking. And my guy's a big guy, a little bit of a Buddha belly, which is, adorable. I love him. And so it was just nice that he was very real. And when we met, it was just kind of one of those, I'm this way. Does that bother you? And I'm like, no, I'm this way. It was cards on the table. So that's kind of our love story. And, that's, I don't know why we got onto that subject. But anyways, so the food, yeah. That's the point was when we met, he's code monkey. He writes code. And he's very analytical and very precise and by the book, and everything is this way and scheduled, and I am so not. I am chaos, and I am fly by the seat of my pants. So it was really a nice balance of yin and yang, and it was just kind of a fun little situation. But it was the artistic part of him that attracted me to the fact that he was very artistic and he was very stable and had a good job. And so it was just kind of a fun little situation with the two of us. Yeah, Buddha belly is an approach too. See? It's all about the Zen and the Buddha belly. Yeah, Chris, you guys are awesome. And, I love seeing your story as well. That's the beautiful thing about Facebook. And it's unfortunate that with, the dance studio, I don't get to see everyone that I used to see on a regular basis. But this is why Facebook and social media is so important, because we do get to connect and we do get to keep in touch with each other. And I love seeing your guys' story. Though I don't know if Facebook doesn't show me as much of you guys, or if you don't post as much. Not sure about that. But Facebook is challenging with what it shows you. So I'm really glad you guys jumped onto the Plaza Studio page, because honestly, I don't think it shows, the business pages don't show a lot of things. And I was trying to decide, and you guys can help me with that. I'm trying to decide if it's better to jump on live on the Plaza Studio page, because I just thought that would be kind of fun. Or if I should do it on my personal page. So you guys can give me a feedback on that and see what you say. Yeah, you don't post a ton. So I call you guys the stalkers. I am a social media whore, and I throw everything out there. But my mom never posts. Never posts. But she sees a lot. She's out there stalking, which is kind of fun. Yeah, okay, that's a good idea. Maybe do both, some on my personal page and some on Plaza. So like I said, those of you who don't know, and we're getting to the time mark, I've told myself that 30 minutes is max if there's interaction, and I'm loving the interaction. So thank you guys. It means a lot to me. So we'll stop in about maybe a few more minutes. Yeah, so what's my point? See, I'm so easily distracted. Shiny. Yeah, so I might just do some on the live on the business page and some on the personal page, but the whole point of live is getting to know you guys and interacting. So thank you so much for interacting. And May, I challenged myself every Friday morning. I switched it from 9:30 to 10 because I think 10's a better time, and 9 o'clock I'm doing a training now. But 10 o'clock on Friday, I think there's 1 or 2 more Fridays in May. And then I will decide if maybe it needs to go to the personal page, maybe a balance of the two, maybe another day is good. So maybe you guys can give me feedback on that. I thought Friday's fun because Friday's Friday. Yeah, right. But maybe evening is better. But I would like to do a consistent live so people know, and maybe we'll have different subjects we can talk about. So if any of you who are doing the replay have any suggestions, tips to share, I'm going to, in the last few minutes that we have, throw on some tips that I thought would be fun to share with you if you guys are being active. And thank you so much for being active. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Oh, okay, so cleaning tips. So those of you, yeah, Friday fun day. For those of you who are cleaning now that you're in isolation, vinegar, lemon, and baking soda are the best cleaners. Love them. So if you don't want to spend money on cleaners, those things are really inexpensive. Here in Arizona, we've got lemons off the tree. You can totally go with that. But they're really, really good. You can take the lemon and the baking soda, mix them, clean all kinds of things. And then if you need to do a little scrubbing, add in a little baking soda. Also great for the bath. So you can do baking soda. We can do baking soda, but you can do white vinegar into the bath and then throw some baking soda in and it fizzes. And that's really good for the body. It softens the body, gets the dead skin off. A lot of people haven't been able to get into the hairdresser. Brows, cornrows. If you brush them up, yeah, cleaning, no fun. Brush the brows up. They grow in cornrows. Then you can decide the shape and pluck off the things that are outside of the cornrow. That's a little tip for the brows. What else did I write down? Ooh, those of you who have puffiness of the eyes, which I think a lot of people do. Allergies are one. So if you got allergies. But you can also elevate the way you sleep with your pillow higher up. And that helps with the drainage while you're sleeping. Though be careful of your neck. So there is that. And cleaning jewelry. So since we sell, brass and copper and all that stuff, you can clean brass and copper with lemon or ketchup. Those are fun ways of doing that. And you just basically let it sit and the acid takes off all the patina or any of the oxidization. So that's a good way of cleaning those kind of things. Silver, as long as there's no stones or any of those kind of things, if it's just silver, you can take tin foil or a tin container, and then you put in baking soda, and then you put your silver jewelry in there. You get boiling water, and you pour the boiling water into it and let it sit for a minute or two, and your sterling silver or silver comes out clean. Yay! So that is a really easy way to clean silver. Love it. Okay, other tips. So now that a lot of you guys are maybe doing pictures, videos, things like that, particularly if you're doing selfies, and I love people who do selfies to show off the makeup, so thank you for that. Here are some tips with it. So you notice how I'm kind of looking up? That helps with the neck. It also gives a better angle. So when you're doing selfies, look up, okay? Angles are good. Jetting the chin out helps to smooth this. And if you want to smile and create more cheekbones, then you put your tongue on the roof of your mouth when you smile. So I don't know if you can see that very well, but those are some little tricks, and it looks kind of funny while I'm doing it because I'm accenting it more. But when you see people in person versus in pictures, lighting, I've got natural lighting and a ring light going on. Natural lighting is the best. Angle up, smile, and put the tongue on the roof of the mouth, and that gives you a better picture. And we're just about at 10:30. If you guys have any questions, I know there's sometimes a lag on questions and comments. Let me know. And I think that is it. Oh, I know. The final tip that I wanted to leave you guys with, and this is something that I am challenging myself to do, is each day take 5 minutes and do something that scares you. And I mean that in a productive way. So, if there is something that you've been putting off because you're scared to do it, or you have all that negative self-talk going on in your head, take 5 minutes out of your day and just do it. So, for example, I've been in cosmetics for 30 some plus years, right? And I had some amazing clients when I worked in the retail stores. And I had such a great relationship with my clients, and I really enjoyed them. And when I bought the dance studio, I completely cut off all ties from that previous establishment. Not because I didn't enjoy my clients, but I left them in good hands when I left, and I went into the studio, and the studio made me so crazy busy. But what I did last night is I reached out and I said, hey, I haven't seen you, and I just wanted to say hey and see how you're doing. And it's been, oh my God, it's been 12, 13 years since I have reached out to these people, but I really enjoyed them as people. And the reason I didn't reach out earlier is because I thought they're going to think that I'm trying to sell them now that I'm back in cosmetics. And I didn't want to come across as that person. So I just didn't. I'm like, no, I enjoy them as people, but I don't want them to feel that way. And so that was my talk, inner talk to myself. And instead, last night I found them on Facebook and I messaged them and I was just like, hey, I miss you. I just wanted to say hi. And so that was my big, scary self-talk conversation in my head. And we'll see if I reconnect with people that I really enjoy with. But anyways, my point to that, and our time is up, my point to that is take 5 minutes out of each day and do something that you've been putting off because you have self-doubt or scares you. All right, guys, thank you. Have a fantastic weekend. I hope to see you here next Friday, 10 o'clock. And really, it means a lot that you guys are here and interacting with me. Thank you. All right, guys. Ciao. And don't forget to enjoy your coffee and drink your water.